showtime.
SlabHub.
Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. And with me, my buddy from Canada, up there in the Great North, from his car, Chris the Comic Vet. How you doing, sir?
We officially have the greatest intro in the history of intros.
Yes! I know, isn't that great?
Boom.
Little Michael Keaton in there to boot.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect my headset properly. Ladies and gentlemen that are watching, before we get into everything, I have to apologize. Rob and I did not mean for me to be from my car today. However, Ontario just got hammered earlier this afternoon with a major storm. Power is out all over my portion of the province where I am, and cell signals are questionable in certain areas. So because this is our 50th show, I didn't want to miss it. So I hopped in my car and just found a decent spot where I had a pretty good cell signal. So if I happen to freeze or block out, I'm just going to apologize in advance for that. Like, just trying to get around this storm the best that I can. And yeah, I'm going to try to plug it in my thing here.
Yeah, so guys, welcome to the show, 50th anniversary. Man Cave's going to be along here in just a moment. But I want to thank all of you guys who are here. We'll run through some names here, some of the people in the chat here first. But I mean, 50 episodes, this show started as me. I took a picture in my garage of a bunch of boxes of slabs, and just to show how somebody was wondering how many slabs I had. And I just took this picture and I was like, that could be like a show for a while. Anyways, I could go through and do one box a week, and that'd be like 13 14 at the time episodes. And so I started doing that and reached out to Chris and about having him so I could talk to somebody, not just be doing it myself. And that's kind of the season one. And then Chris went into his slabs, and then when we kind of get caught up on our own stuff, we decided to keep this show going and open it up with the guests. And that's when the show has gotten way better than anything that we did alone, because we started involving the community. You guys, the greatest freaking asset that anybody has. And this has been a phenomenal ride, and I'm ecstatic that it's still going, and we have many more episodes in the pipe down the road, as long as you guys keep turning out. And to that end, of course, if you ever want to be a guest or on the SlabHub, or even a returning guest, if you've been on before and want to come back, always feel free to hit me up. We'll get you penciled in on the schedule, because all of a sudden what seemed like we were booking really far out starts catching up really quick all of a sudden. So next thing you know, end of July, it was only 2 months away. So there we go. Las Crucius, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you very much. Chop and Drop, of course. Those guys hardcore in their supporters up and early in the morning. Jean, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on out. Cat Fan Comics Man. Look at all, I've seen like all of these guys. Shop, our Spider Brother. Yes, how you doing?
Everyone that's watching, Shop still has mystery boxes available at a very affordable price. Hit up Shop Comics on IG. He has round 2 of his mystery boxes.
I missed the drop. I saw the announcement, but I must have missed the drop. Shop, I'll take one. I don't know which. I don't care which one. I'll check that later. Let's see here. Alan, how you doing, Alan? Thanks for coming on out. Appreciate you. Kenneth Bird, always out there helping us. Mr. LCS, well, on vacation. Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, he had his pre-recorded his son of Breakfast with Brian, if I were to call it that, this morning, because he's on vacation. Thank you for taking time, Brian, and joining us. Couldn't make his own show, but he made ours. That makes me happy. Magic Lasso. Yes, Man Cave will be here in just a moment for certain. Yeah, and guys, he promised me he was going to bring something special today, and now that implies that somehow he hasn't brought anything special yet, and I don't know how exactly that works, but hey, I'm happy to find out. Stephen C, how you doing? Marty, oh, there's the Beckerman. Yes, no intro needed. The intro no one asked for or wanted. Well, you think that? I think I did want it. Oddly enough. See, if I had about that intro. So if I had better animation skills or video editing skills or even software, because I use the free software that comes with Windows, I would totally have had all kinds of Pokemon running away from him or something going on.
Send me that file. I'll see what I can do with it.
But I had zero skills, so it was like I could put a number, a countdown on there. Yes. And then I was able. Then the fact I could bring in Keaton, I was happy. Yes, Jason, how you doing? Chris is kicking it old school. That's right. At least now he has something behind him that you can look at. You can see the trees. Ruben, how you doing? Oh God, let's see who else we got here. Anybody else? James Willie, yes. How you doing there? Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Waking up God early in the morning. Matt Spidey. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. And as I scroll through, Taylor Winders here. Anybody else? Yes. Freaky Louie. Yes. And actually, that brings us to I wanted to start doing a new shout out at the beginning of each episode. And this week's episode planned, it's on my notes here. You can see it. Freaky Louie. My shout out. I want to make sure that you guys make sure you get Man Cave just sent me a message. He said he's hustling his ass off trying not to get a speeding ticket.
Yeah, me too.
Freaky Louie, guys, if you're please subscribe to him. Somebody, if you the link's down below in the shout outs, but one of my moderators want to drop a link to Freaky Louie's channel. It's criminal. The man is still under 500 subs. I don't even understand it. It doesn't compute.
Rob and I were talking backstage. Rob mentioned it to me. He's like, yeah, he's at this number. And I was just like, are you looking at the right channel?
It's so wrong.
YouTube, like, we're like, come on.
I mean, Freaky Louie. I mean, picture where you're drawing or singing. You get dollar bin wins. The dude finds the most crazy stuff in his dollar bin wins. So great, and the passion and excitement that he has for the comics is just infectious and just goes so far. And of course, Saturday Night Louie when he does those, so creative. Everything else, the man is a gem. Check him out. And go sub Louie, or Taylor's going to punch you in the face. Oh, no, he's going to punch you in the junk. Ooh,
that's
pretty
serious.
Fair enough. Yeah, so there you are. Please, guys, yeah. Louie is the cat's pajamas. Sub him up. Absolutely. We appreciate y'all on that front. And as long as we're going ahead and filling out all that stuff, let's also take care of some business while we're at it. Not that it's really business because no money's exchanging hands between me and the Rogue Trader. Simply a partnership that we have that if you're interested in getting some books pressed, check out the Rogue Trader, Utah.com. You can go there and even his pre-discounted packages. If you use the code FatStax at checkout, you'll get an additional 20% off your pressing. And every time the code is used, $10 is donated to the C3 Comics Curing Cancer campaign in partnership with the American Cancer Society. Also, if you don't want to necessarily utilize Rogue Trader, you have your own presser, or you don't get your books pressed, whatever the case may be. But you do want to make a donation to the Comics Curing Cancer campaign. On my channel here in the community section, there is a thing about it and a note and a link to the campaign, or also in my link tree that's in the description below here, can take you to that as well. So you want to make a donation to Comics Curing Cancer campaign running all year long. All right. Oof, there's a bunch of things there, and yeah, good. I'm glad that you can't quit us. We can't quit you, sir. While we're doing it, I want to show off something since my sister's not going to watch this. So Mark, Legion of Comics, has been all high on the slab it yourself kits that have been going on, and I've seen them because they're the same kit that EGS uses for now. EGS is supposed to be getting some new slabs, and once they announce their new slabs are available, I have talked with them to do some reviews. But I went and grabbed a couple of those kits, and for my sister, as people know, huge Star Wars fan, Mr. Chip Getler helped me out making some custom labels so that we got these. I got these propaganda art cover Star Wars books with this custom label done for her. Just beautiful Thank you, Chip Getler, for helping me out. It's not just black, but it's actually the Starfield behind it, and then the Star Wars fonts and everything. Very appreciative to you. Thank you very much, sir. Chip Getler, another amazing, amazing member of our community.
Rob, does my audio sound like I'm far away?
Your audio is it's picking up other
There was no
noises.
change.
It is what it is.
I mean, there was no change from backstage.
Well, I think part of it is just the weird internet signal.
Okay, I'm gonna bounce out and try and come back in.
All right. Well, there you are. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do something special since we're doing this is our 50th show here. Why don't we do a extra giveaway this morning? So do that. I'm just going to go here and I'm going to bring up this share my screen. Guys, go ahead and enter hashtag 50 shows. And oops, let me add it to the stream. There we go. Hashtag 50 shows. And we're going to go ahead and give away our first giveaway of the day. We're going to do 3 giveaways today. Chris, welcome back.
Yeah, I don't think I fixed it.
Yeah, so it may be the mic rubbing on your shirt. It could be any number of things. Who cares? It is what it is.
Everyone,
you're here. That's what's important. So, Chris, you there?
Yeah.
Oh,
can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you. All the noise went quiet all of a sudden. There was all kinds of extra noise in the place. It was I thought I lost your audio for a second.
No,
50 shows in. Any memories or anything stand out to you?
Let's see. Seeing more than one Amazing Fantasy 15, a bunch of X-Men #1s, Doc pulling out the second appearance of Batman recently, just again that blew my mind. Seeing Stan Lee sign stuff still catches me off guard. I gotta admit, it still catches me off guard. It's the storytelling behind it all that really does it for me. It could be just a Joe Blow key where someone tells a story that this was gifted to them. Like Panda spoke about that a lot, that a lot of his slabs that he fell in love with were gifted as AOKs to him. Those are the ones that really stick out that way. Outside of those wow keys, it's the stories that go with it that is good. Yeah, and I'm gonna the Pokemon episode, has obviously shock value to it, but actually Tyler's second appearance was actually really good too, because he broke out a lot of big books that I had no idea that he was a fan of. I knew that Tyler likes the independents and stuff, but he broke out a lot of big keys that I didn't know that he would have in his collection. But the Doc pulling out that Detective Comics 28, was it? Just blew my mind. Just like my God.
Yeah. I will say that, and guys, don't forget, there's 27 viewers, 21 entries, hashtag 50 shows, shipping to US and Canada. Outside, we talk about you pay the difference in shipping. Mad Spidey, today's a good day to enter if you're not already, because we're already shipping a package of stuff to you. So, there you are. To me, I have to say, I tell people all the time when I invite them on the show, some people say, oh, well, I don't really have big books and I don't have that. And it's like, and I tell them, it's not about how big of a key you have. And it really isn't. And that's why I think where we've seen on the show, and hopefully the guests will agree, our audience will agree, is it's been those stories and the connections, and that how well, and that as we're talking about the books and going on these journeys, though some of those episodes are just as impressive and fun to rewatch as an episode where the stories aren't all that great, but you have a bunch of super big books. I mean, there's some wow factor, but it's all good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this first one here we're doing. And our first winner of the day, Patow, Cat Fan Comics Man. Congratulations. Almost wanted to say Captain Caveman on that. All right, so let's get him some books. All right, Chris.
All right. So in order of 50, count 50. No, I'm joking. Let's let's go 5 from the front and 5 from the rear. Can you imagine?
I would have just picked something in the middle.
So again, apologies to everyone. There's a power outage in
All right, I'm going to do this a little different. Yeah. Let's pick all his books and then we'll reveal them. So that's okay. 2 so far.
Let's go front to back. And now
front or back?
Both sides.
Okay. Okay. Just checking. Okay, 2 more.
And back to front. And now.
Okay.
Both sides. Yep. Again, apologies to anyone joining us. There's power outage in my part of the province due to a storm earlier today, so I'm doing it old school in my car. I didn't want to miss this very important episode.
All right. Here we go. First book up. The Incredible Hulk, issue 199.
Boom.
Next book up, a double-signed book, Hulk Verines, signed by Greg Land and Maury Hollowell.
Wow.
Next up, Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and Black Goliath.
Nice. I really enjoy those 2-in-1s with The Thing. I gotta admit, I really enjoy Ben Grimm in those 2-in-1s.
Here we go. How about King Shazam, number 1?
Wow. I've never seen that cover before. That's terrific.
Just scream the word.
Yeah.
How about Venom, issue 36 from the previous run?
Excellent. That's a great cover. Great cover.
At least I assume that's from the previous run, if not the run before that. No. And last up, Spider-Woman, issue 7. And
wow,
you want a Pokemon card.
Are you going to reveal the Pokemon card?
That is entirely up to Cat Fan Comics, man. Okay. Would you like us to reveal your Pokemon card that you won, courtesy of Captain Tootsie's Tyler himself, or would you like it to be a surprise when you get it? Okay, a few volumes ago for that, Venom. Okay, thank you, Beckerman.
Yeah, that's wow. That Hulk, my goodness, 199.
Yeah, this was so go ahead and reveal it. Okay, so yeah, the illustrious Tyler sent a whole bunch of Pokemon cards and long stuff, and you get Chimchar.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Chimchar. Because I don't know anything about Pokemon.
So Chimchar is a monkey, I believe, and was featured in Chimchar was featured in Detective Pikachu's film from about 2 years ago or 3 years ago now. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, there you are. Congratulations to you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and let your get your name on here, and I should have all your stuff. So, Cat Fan,
Catman Comics, Cat Fan Comics, man. All right. Alex the Mighty has joined us. Alex, hope that you're doing well.
All right. Yeah, for those of you guys that have just joined us, we were sitting here waiting patiently for our man Cave to join us for our 50th episode. But guess what? Here he is. Made it here without getting caught for
Oh
speeding.
my God! Talk about causing myself undue stress, and you. So
Yeah, we took care of some business. We took care of a little bit of memories. Our 50th episodes. We talked about our business. Our curing cancer thing. We got a shout out to the freaky Loowee out of the way. We did an extra drawing since it's the 50th episode, so we got our first winner out of the way. We're ready to jump right into.
you got your first winner out of the way too. All right, great.
Well, we're still going to break midway and at the end. We were doing
Okay.
an extra one since it's the 50th anniversary.
Yep,
So,
yep,
as they say,
absolutely.
as Magic Lasso saying, it's man cave time. Yeah, so forget your morphin time. It's not morphin time; it's man cave time.
All right, so let's just jump into it, huh?
Yeah,
50th
absolutely. As if you're ready. We wanna
50th
welcome you.
episode.
Yeah.
We got to have some big bucks. This isn't a time for esoteric things that only Golden Age nerds like. You know what I mean? This is a time.
No more weird rabbit holes for you to put me down.
Yeah, no rabbit holes.
Wait till
Let's
you
just
see.
put out
Wait till you
some-
see mail call in 2 weeks. You
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
we'll just and I'm going to start. I'm just going to basically cover two superheroes that I love, and I'm going to start with Captain America.
It's true.
Are you ready? You put me on if you want to. If
Oh yeah. That's kind of the important thing.
I was giving them the signal there. Yeah.
So
yes.
In my typical fashion, I'm going the most recent to the oldest. So
nice.
So we got
I'm already
this.
liking this theme.
You know, gotta love the Winter Soldier, and this cover is right up my alley. And I wish I could say I bought this raw and had it graded, but no, I sort of bought it after the fact. But I just liked it too much. So.
Now, Doc, did you pick that up before the Winter Soldier Captain America 2 was released, or did you pick it up after the film got dropped?
Oh, way after everything. It was like
okay.
It still wasn't terribly expensive. It was on
okay.
You could see I got it on the comic link, and
okay.
But it was one of those things. It's dangerous just to get on an auction site and wander around, because then you start looking at stuff. And this is one of those. I love this book. So, but yeah.
I think that Taylor. I think that's a great new hashtag. Always punch Nazis.
Yes.
The
Sadly, it works today.
Yes. The next two, I think John Comics for Kids mentioned this guy. He's one of my favorite artists for sure. And some of his Captain America art is spectacular. And, you know, you can't
Mike Zeck.
Can't complain about Mike Zeck.
Yeah.
He's just, I mean, what a beautiful cover.
I haven't really ever seen Captain America too often wielding a gun. But
Yes. I beg to differ if you're in the Golden Age.
well,
There's like 20 comics with Captain America shooting a gun, dropping a torpedo, throwing grenades.
sure. Well, just like Batman
machine
and
guns.
Batman in the Golden Age, we see it too, especially during the wartime and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But you are correct. In the modern era, it is not a common phenomenon. And, you know, this is my favorite Zek cover, probably.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that cover is now getting homage now and then as well.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember when that book got released. That is fantastic. As a Wolverine fan as a kid, to see those two franchise characters, it's just like, my God. And that was my first Captain America comic book that I bought. That's incredible.
And I wish I could say I bought these raw and had them and kept them in that good a condition and had them slabbed. I did buy them raw, and I have them raw, and they're beat up and well loved and read. So, but I loved them enough that I went out and got a much nicer copy. So, but,
what's that one say on the left? Or is that just appearance stuff, or is that one of the other?
First appearance of Overrider and Tess, TESS, all capitals.
Okay.
So, yep. I read those. I read all those back in the day, and I can't quite remember the exact storylines.
Let's do it then, Taylor. Let's do it.
So we're jumping significantly in time now. So we're going from the 1980s to the 1960s, and this is a beautiful Joe Sinnott, Gene Collin cover. It's if you can't get a first appearance, get a second appearance is of a great scene.
Oh boy,
I love this cover. Second appearance of Falcon.
That actually might be a better cover than the first.
A lot of people debate that, and I agree with you. I think it really focuses on the Falcon, and
not only that, but I mean, who doesn't love that Marvel red? I mean, those covers just always pop so crazy.
Yeah, and this isn't terribly expensive comic, and you can get it raw pretty good. And
Doc, I gotta admit, when you said you're jumping over the 70s, I'm like, we're gonna jump over all those great Falcon issues and then right into the second appearance of the Falcon. I'm like, okay, that's great.
Yes.
Okay.
This next comic I had raw, a beat up comic, a number of years ago. I probably 7 years ago, my son was at a comic shop with me, and he's like, I really want this one. And I think he might have even got it off the wall, and it was like $40 or something. And I'm like, this is coming out of your allowance. You sure you want it? And he's like, yes. I was like, all right. And sure enough, he had a good eye, because I looked at it and I had it cleaned and pressed, and I decided letting my kids buy comics is not a bad idea. So
wow. There it is.
I was like, okay, I'll take it. And then, way before it popped or anything, it was, wasn't.
Yeah.
But look how bright Cap's shield is on that.
I can't keep my eyes off of it. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. So this is one of those. Well, it's yours, but I'll keep a hold of it for you.
I got a lot of those. And what year was this book again?
This was 1969. Yep. September
1969. Geez.
Yeah, I would have guessed much later for Falcon. I probably would have guessed like 73. Yeah, that's incredible.
A late Silver Age hero, and this is a great cover too. I mean, look, you can't deny it. So, and this is also same two cover artists, Gene Collin and Sanat.
Yeah.
So thank you, Little G. He sometimes comes on with me at various times. We call him Little G on the internet. Okay, I think you showed some of these pretty recently, or someone did. I can't remember if it was John. Who doesn't love Steranko when it comes to Captain America?
Jesus. You can just stop at just who doesn't love Steranko.
Yes, I would agree with that 100%. Everything Steranko did in this, especially in the 60s, was spectacular. So, it annoys me a little that it's hard to get this really white. I mean, and I don't know that CGC punishes quite as much for tanning as some, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the details.
As books get older, they tend to be a little more lenient on certain things.
It's a tricky one, and we have our tried and true artist.
That's right. Still your chance to learn how to become a comic book artist, guys. Go ahead.
So what's there not to like with Steranko? Speaking of Steranko, I'm pretty sure you guys have showed this one before too. So
there you go. That's a beautiful cover.
Wow. My God. Incredible.
Yeah, Hulk.
He is incredible.
Bucky,
That's why they call him Hulk.
Yeah. That was a nice segue. Okay, I'm glad you picked up on it. Yeah,
no problem. I do that.
That's a beautiful cover.
It's a and Kirby doing the first, I think 14. I can't remember how many of the first Captain America in his own title after a big hiatus. And then the Steranko taking over, you didn't really lose much there. And I love them both.
Yeah, that's very good, Gary. The scale on that book. I mean, look how big Hulk is compared to Bucky and just everything else. That is just awesome. Absolutely. Good pickup there, Gary.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a modern
first
cover.
Rick Jones as Bucky. Is that correct? Is that what they're asking?
Yes. I am. That's. No, it doesn't indicate that. I'm gonna have to think about that. I don't. It's not just because it's not on the blue label doesn't mean it ain't so though. So I'm not 100% sure about that. Now I'm keeping it to Captain America times. There's so many excellent Captain America covers that are not from Captain America, and I have a number of them. But we're gonna, for the sake of time, because I want to cover two heroes on this big 50th, we're gonna keep it to Captain America comics, and then a different hero you'll see. I love this one. Now this is Kirby popping through the paper.
Goodness. man, it's just that cover is so iconic. It's posters now. It's incredible.
Yeah. I feel it's probably the best Silver Age Captain America cover because it's really just Captain America popping through the paper there. Just so iconic, Kirby. People agree to disagree, I'm sure. But
yeah, I personally myself, I like that cover over the Rides Again Avengers cover. But yeah, like I said, you see it on posters. It's so iconic now.
Yeah. Just and I was fortunate enough to get most of these before Marvel went totally crazy here. So yeah, this predates my Golden Age collecting. This is stuff I got over the last 15 years. It's hard to keep track. Maybe a little less.
Sometimes we don't want to keep track of it. Reminds us how old we are or how long.
Don't hold me to anything I say about time, because then I think about it deeper and I realize. Now, a lot of people like this as number one, and I would never argue against it being one of the best covers for Captain America. And it's a great Black Panther cover. You got, it's just, and it's, the first time Captain America back in his own title in the Silver Age.
But yeah, I always found it curious. I've had a copy of that book myself, that Marvel decides to give that franchise character his own book after, look at some of the characters on there that are already in existence. Black Panther without the cape, right? It's just Iron Man's is now in yellow and red and doesn't have those weird faceplate things. It's been around a while before they decided to give him his own book. Kind of weird.
I never thought about it like that, Chris, but you're right. What took him so dang long?
Yeah, come on.
And they even did sort of this weird tryout, not really Captain America. I think it was in Strange Tales 10 something, one of the early ones near 110. And some people say, well, that's really the first appearance, but it really wasn't. Captain America. It was, some.
I wonder if it had anything to do with rights or anything.
That's a good question. I mean, because it went from Timely to Atlas, but I'm pretty sure Stan Lee really took over Atlas and had the properties. But I don't know. Yeah, that's all right. Now I'm not showing Avengers 4. I've already shown that. It's a great comic. Now we're going into the Golden Age, and this is the last Captain America comic in the Golden Age. There were three Atlas comics, and this was the last one from 1954.
Buckle up, kids.
And it's a John Romita cover, so I always love that.
Oh my God.
And all three Atlas Captain America comics were Cold War related. So if you look behind me, it's all Cold War stuff. I love Cold War. Books, Atomic Age stuff. And this is definitely, these are pickups. I don't have them high grade. I missed out on that opportunity. I sort of picked these up when they weren't that expensive. And then suddenly I was always thinking, I'll just upgrade when at my leisure. And now it's like, no, thanks. I'll just be glad to have them. So this is first one, Captain America 78.
So that is the final Captain America comic book before the relaunch in Avengers.
Exactly.
My goodness.
And you see Romita's signature there, John Romita.
Wow.
And you got the Soviet electric beast with this hammer and sickle.
See, now that's a cover.
My son's trying to interrupt. I'm shushing him away.
So you said that's sorry, Doc. Doc, you said that's 1954?
1954, yep.
Wow.
Pre-code, no code on it. Pre-code.
Yeah. Wow.
And, that is just.
At this point, hero comics were really not the popular comics.
Right.
The pre-code horror comics, romance, cowboy comics, you name it, was popular. And war comics weren't. I think also were on the low, but superheroes were definitely on the low. And it's always fun to see Abdo Slim try a new bikini style. So
if only Liefeld had looked at this before he drew Cap's chest himself.
I really feel like I should get that comic and just throw it in here some point, but it's such an abomination. It's hard. It's a funny comic, for comic relief. This is also John Romita. This is the second to last Captain America comic. And again, he's swinging on a boat. You got the Russians there to hammer.
Nice.
And
Romita is so good.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible.
Atlas.
Yeah, I wouldn't care that these are low grade. Who gives a damn? They
I don't get too obsessed with grade. I really don't. And this is the first Atlas Captain America comic after Timely, and it is actually Carl Burgos cover.
Nice.
That is incredible. What a great cover.
Captain America Commie Smasher. It's
I'm Canadian and I'm feeling patriotic looking at that cover.
This is straight up, you know how Taylor always says it, man, and this is true. There must have been something special and probably highly toxic in those inks that just work so well and stand up so great after all this time.
I have some brittle golden age comics I'll show you at some point where the covers look spectacular and the color and it's like the cover, the colors are amazing, everything about it, but the paper inside,
the paper is disintegrating and it's being held together by the beautiful ink.
You sort of worry about that, but yeah. All right, now I don't have any pre-code horror, Captain. Those are very popular. I had many opportunities, but pre-code horror wasn't the thing I was collecting at the time, and I was more oriented. But those are amazing.
Kudos to you to stay on.
I give homage to them. My next is my first Timely book, and this is from 1946. And I usually mostly I collect World War II related, but this is Cold War. Well, I won't even say Cold War, but atomic bomb related. It is Captain America this guy is stealing an atomic bomb. You can read it there in the bottom.
Right.
In a briefcase, because he can just put an atomic bomb in a briefcase.
Oh, he's got one in his hand.
Maybe it was the the secret papers on
he has a bomb in his hand. He's carrying.
He has a bomb in his hand.
Turn football.
There you go. It's a little just an atomic bomb. We'll chuck it around.
Spidey gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wow. So you're saying that's the last Timely Cap?
No. So the last Timely Cap, this one is
here.
76 is the first Atlas. So 75 is the last Timely. And the last Timely Cap's a funny book because it literally does not have Captain America on the cover. It's a pre-code horror comic, and it says Captain America's Weird Horror or something like that on the top. It has his name on the top, and that's it. He's not inside the book. He's not on the cover. Literally has nothing to do with Captain America. And that was the last Timely. This is when Cap was still in his own.
There you go. He learned it from Batman 66. Carry the bomb around for 10 minutes and dump it before it explodes. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Thank you, Gary.
And this is an Alex Schoenberg cover, so we're in the Schoenberg era.
The GOAT himself.
Incredible.
So yeah, because it's atomic bomb, I said I had to grab that.
I would have grabbed it just because it was a Schoenberg, just because.
Yeah.
There's.
You can't argue that. Now there's a Captain America 51 is the story before it, and it has an atomic bomb story. It's this I got from, I don't know if you know Comic Books NYC. He sold this a while back. He's does a lot of Instagram and YouTube. He's a little less on YouTube now, but he sort of focused his collection and got rid of some of his Golden Age stuff. So I was fortunate enough to get this from him.
Yeah.
It's a little, I feel like Captain America, the way he looks there, I feel like Schoenberg wasn't on his
best day.
On his best day.
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth, yes.
Yep. And this is 1945, December 1945. And you can see the blades about to chop up the general there and spinning around. Typical Schoenberg torture device. if the Nazis and Japanese had just shot them right away and been done with it, there would have been no rescuing anybody. But they always had an elaborate way of.
Well, you have to kill it. You always that was the thing, right? We learned that you always have to come up with some elaborate, crazy way to off your enemy and tell them what your plans are right before you leave your bumbling henchmen to watch them finish up, or leave them to die on their own while you leave.
Right. Fleming made a career out of it with James Bond, so he developed that recipe off of those, obviously.
Now, this comic has a history because prior to this comic and a few comics around it, I was really not doing Golden Age. I was like, I'm really just bronze and silver. I love bronze and silver. I was going for that. And a guy at my LCS, who's a big Golden Age collector, said, you really should grab some of these Schomburgs. They're excellent comics. They're cheap. And they were cheap when I got this, but they're no longer cheap. And this is the first Captain America I bought. And it's one of the first Golden Age, along with Captain Marvel, the Fawcett Captain Marvel, Shazam Captain Marvel, and a number of others like that I started getting at that time a few years ago, like 4 years ago now. And,
my goodness.
Dr.
Belmore,
and this is a few $100. I mean, I think it was, I don't know.
Is Belmore listed as one of the creators for that book at all? Alan Belmore?
For this specific book?
Right.
Al Bellman.
Right, that's it. Bellman. Yeah.
Alex Schomburg cover, Human Torch story. And it's not a World War II cover, but who cares? It's number 50. It's from 1945. World War II was sort of in the bag at that point.
Wow.
But you got to like the tanks on the Baby Ruth commercial here.
Yeah, speedy energy.
Yeah.
Dude, candy bars and soda are all about
I either blame that guy or praise that guy for getting me down these rabbit holes.
Yeah.
When I think of Baby Ruth, I think of tanks, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned Captain America dropping bombs and shooting guns. Well, this is a pretty crazy cover. I think you're going to like it. Alex Schomburg cover. This is classic flag cover. It's from 1944 when the war was raging. So this is number 37.
So much. Oh, I'm making all the way back.
And so we'll start with Captain America dropping a bomb and coming down with his shield. You got Bucky with a flamethrower.
Yes.
He's dropping with a flamethrower. You got these guys down here, these Nazis, not happy about it. Schomburg often had very colorful guns. They weren't particularly realistic. That's probably as realistic a Luger as you'll see from Schomburg. But
look at how many of all the forces back there in the background.
Yeah, that's the American flag there. The forces in the background coming through, burning buildings.
So much going on that cover. It's crazy.
It's really what made Schomburg famous, his attention to detail and how much.
It's almost like 3 or 4 stories being told with that one cover.
Yeah, he had, you could divide Schomburg into 2 types. He was a great airbrush cover with good girl art and those kind of covers, and this was his other thing, like just chaos, multiple things going on, fine attention to detail, just spectacular. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I've getting a Schomburg war cover, one of those. That's another one of those goals down the road. Now that I got my Schomburg good girl cover, and
Doc, what year was that book that you just had?
What's that? That was 1944.
44. Okay.
Yes. This next one.
How are we doing about half? Are we close to halfway through?
I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 more, and then we could do this. 4.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Point. This was a spontaneous buy from Instagram, and I wish I remember who I actually bought it from.
Those are the best sometimes.
And I've already told you I like to try to get the Hitler covers, and with Captain America, there's 3 Hitler covers: 1, 2, and 36. So this is 36. It is actually a pedigree. It's Cookville. It's brittle pages, but the cover, I mean, it's a little faded for a Golden Age cover, but it's still pretty crazy and has Goebbels, Goring, and Hitler.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Rob, can you blow that up?
Yeah.
You can. So Captain America is flying by on holding onto the wing of an airplane. Bucky shooting a gun. Bucky like to arm himself.
Pulling Hitler out of the car.
You got planes diving. You got a motorcycle in the background. You got Hitler being pulled out. You got Goring next to him on Hitler's right. Goring always wore tons of medals and was into pomp and circumstance. So he you can tell him, whereas Goebbels is more subtle.
Right.
And these are classic, there's a motorcycle in the foreground, hat flying off. This is a beautiful book. And what can I say?
Yeah.
My word. Incredible.
And it's Sid Shore's cover. I mean, I really feel like when I look at it, I go, that feels like Schomburg tomato, but it's actually Sid Shore's is who they're giving the credit to. And that is surprising.
Schomburg would have probably had 27 other people in the background.
Quite possible.
I just can't believe the attention to detail to try and get his right hand lieutenants in there too. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There's some nice covers with Goring, Goebbels, Hitler, where they're getting beat up or attacked, or there's a lot of, that's a whole collector's genre. This is number 26 and a Schomburg cover, and this is I'll give Batman I always make fun of because he's always rescuing Robin, Turok always rescuing Andar. Bucky holds his own most of the time, but this is one of the times he's being rescued, and he has
look at this.
He has
500 pounds around his neck,
and this is underwater. You got
TNT
a shark
underwater.
course.
Well, of course, yes.
You got a shark.
there's always a shark.
Yeah, you got to have if you're under the water in the ocean, there has to be a shark. Captain America's shield. If you look at Captain America's shield, sometimes the colors get a little. It's a sort of a different look almost, and just
you got to be careful of that underwater TNT. I guess it's
yeah.
Well, that and a loose chain with a weight around your neck. Yeah. I mean, it's a really difficult to escape plan.
Yeah, probably he should just let it go down to the bottom and put his head on it.
Yeah, but hey, whatever.
But all joking aside, that's a beautiful cover.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is a very bright. I got, by the way, so I got this. I got the one where he was dropping the bomb, and I got this one from my boy Lee Polanski, who you guys are going to.
He'll be on next week. Good segue.
That's right.
Lee will be on next week, and he said he quoted, "I have to come on after Man Cave."
Yeah. Well, what I'll say is half of some of my biggest books I got from him, so it's his fault if he feels intimidated by coming after me, because trust me, he'll hold his own. He's amazing, and I was just talking about it yesterday. And by the way, I got my Submariner 1 from him too. The one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Lee's no joke. He's no joke.
No, I see his post. I was super excited to get Lee interested in coming on the show.
Yeah. Thank
you for any help that we got from you on that too. So.
I said, I'm not buying anything from you anymore if you don't go on Rob's show. So
there you go.
just a little threat. No. And we're going to have a recurrent theme because this is also from Lee. 1942, and one of the things people like to collect are Red Skull covers, and this is number 16. This is a Red Skull cover, and it's an Al Iverson cover, though. It's not Schomburg.
6.0. From what year is this?
1942.
Sweet.
And this is classic bondage. You got the lovely lady here with a vat of acid or something about to. I love they always write what these things do. So hot lava control
lever. Yeah.
You don't want to accidentally think, oh, is this the door handle or whatever.
That's where Batman 66 got it from, folks.
You got to like this Morning Star he has, which is like a almost a spear / voicer.
Although Cap's leg is a little weird, I will have to say.
It is Al Iverson, and sometimes
that is
known for some gangly sort of arms and legs at times. But this is a beautiful cover. And this is actually a continuation, or the first part of it. It continues in Young Allies, or I'll tell you, I don't have to. The story is continued in Young Allies 4, and Red Skull's on the cover of that one too.
Just to put this book in perspective for everyone that's watching, superheroes are less than 5 years old with the book that he's holding in his hand right there. Incredible.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes. Yep. Yes, the Daisy air rifle. That's how you know it's an old book.
Yep. So, yeah, so Red Skull was on number 3, number 16, 61, and 74, I think, and they're very sought after. I think he might have been on more, but I'm talking about Captain America. This next one's a big one. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, everybody, this is your time. Go ahead and unzip your pants now.
So I'm very,
put your
I
stretchy
got
pants
very
on.
lucky to get this.
Or as Remy would say, put your boner pants on.
Yeah. It's restored. It has a married centerfold, but I don't give a crap. I mean, what can you say? Yeah.
Oh, sweet mother of God.
Yeah. First Captain America, first time Hitler's being punched in the face, and this is the only, that shield is too resemblant of the Shield from MLJ Comics, and they threatened with lawyers, so his shield became the round shield. The next issue, you got plans in the background. You got U.S. munitions works being blown up. You got, I mean, a map. USA.
I'm sorry, I'm so blown away. I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm so blown away.
Yeah, and this was the first. This was put out before we were in the war, so it was a bit of a controversial comic. So there were some threats to Timely after this because a lot of people did not want to enter the war, and so they, and this is, by the way, I forgot to mention Jack Kirby and Joe Simon cover. So Jack Kirby, who we love, who is so instrumental in everything you can possibly imagine in comics. This is one of his primordial works here. And
well, I'm spent. Thanks for everyone joining us for SlabHub.
Smoke if you got them.
Oh my God, Captain with. I've been dying to say this, but can you please read us the right side of that label?
Absolutely. Doc? Origin and first appearance of Captain America, Bucky, and Red Skull. Hitler cover, first appearance of Red Skull. So it's also first appearance of Red Skull inside. He's not on the cover.
What's worse, it's not the first appearance of Hitler, though.
Hitler's first appearance on a cover, it might have, I have to research that. They might have, because it was, people did not put Hitler on the cover because they didn't want to put it out there that they were totally, that's a good question. I have to look into that. I think it might actually be this.
Doc, what did they find to consider that a restored book then?
There's some color touch. Pieces added. So someone did some work on it. It's moderate. But.
My God, just. Oof.
All right. So
and this has been homaged.
Here we go, Doc. You ready?
Few times this has been homaged, I mean, I got this before it went totally nuts. I won't say I didn't spend money on this. I did, but hopefully comics keep staying in value or whatever. Times are hard, but this is I can't believe I have it either. Honestly,
I can't believe you have it either.
Yeah.
So surprisingly, that's pretty far down the list. So here we go. The first appearance of Hitler in a comic, according to Key Collector Comics, of course, just take that what it is. Sun Fun Comics #1 from 1939 is the first appearance of Hitler in the comic on a one-page satire. Yeah. Then the first cover appearance is Daredevil Comics #1.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with that comic. It's
July 1941.
Yep. That's like a photo Hitler cover almost. It's a pretty cool cover. Yep.
Yeah, so that's the first cover appearance there.
I should know the answer to that. Well, I'm glad you guys educated me. So yeah. So
there you are.
Yeah. So I think it's a good time to do a giveaway.
Oh yeah, it is. As Burke says, that book made his arm go numb. All right.
I need a nap.
See, it's worth waiting for him to arrive. And he promised, I'm going to bring some big books, guys. So in honor of that whole string there, our friend Taylor Winder did bring it up. So we're going to go ahead and go with #APN, always punch Nazis. APN is our hashtag for this giveaway. We'll do that. Meanwhile, Chris, I hear that we have an event coming up over on your channel this week on Tuesday.
It's true. So everyone that's watching, please feel free to join me 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Tuesday. I'll be celebrating the fact that I finally hit 700 subscribers on YouTube. I'll be giving back to my subscribers and to the community. I'll be giving away 3 graded books. I'll be giving away a bunch of Spider-Man variants from this most recent volume, #1, and some other pretty fun stuff. If anyone wants to join me, by the way, and join the panel, hit me up on IG. Let me know. But yeah, I'll be. I feel great about it, and I can't wait to give back to the community and to the subscribers. So yeah, Tuesday. Thank you for saying that, Rob. By the way, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then when I'm done, feel free to head over to the Gary B channel for what Gary's got going on, and I'm sure Rob will be co-hosting. It's 10-1-1.
10-1-1, absolutely. Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
doing. Actually, we'll be on before. I think if you're doing yours, is it 7:30 p.m. You said?
Yep.
Yeah, this Gary, we start earlier. I think. Well, no, I don't know.
I think
I know
8:30.
no. I guess he's doing 8:30. Yeah, because 8 it's 5. I don't know. It's my problem living on the West Coast sometimes. All right. So, yeah, we'll be doing that one way or the other. I'll be doing back-to-back shindigs. Of course, guys, also while we're here, I don't want to remind you, if for some reason you're here and you haven't subscribed to me, by all means, please consider it. I am getting close to 800 there. And, of course, our featured shout-out again, Freaky Loowee, whose information is, of course, down below. Want to remind you of that as well. And what the heck, as long as we're talking about stuff, and don't forget, as the scroll goes across bottom now, nominations are open for the Comic Book Community Awards. You can go to cbcawards.org and submit your nominations for your favorite hosts or channels. Make sure that your voice is heard and get that out there. I'm not telling you to put votes in for us. I'm just saying go have your voice heard. If you happen to do it for us, well, great. We appreciate you much. All right, let's go ahead and collect our winners here for Always Punching Nazis. And our winner this go round. Boom! Beth up in Canada. Congratulations, Beth. All right, let's get Beth some books here.
I think we said Lee's name too many times. All of a sudden, he just showed up.
Oh, great, Lee! You just hopefully you were here to see the Captain America 1, and Man Cave said some very nice things about you, Lee. Lee, of course, will be here next week.
I know I shouldn't lie, but I apologize.
You're helping to build them up. We understand. All right, so let's do this giveaway here. Make myself big here. Go ahead, Doc. Number from the front, number from the back, or some back to front action here for Beth.
Why don't you go back to front until the hand drops? Keep going. Bam.
Okay, and front or back of the book, or both?
Both.
All right, grabbing both of those, setting those aside, and let's go ahead. We're gonna go and pull them all. Then we'll do the reveal.
Sure. Keep going. Keep going. Boom. Right there in the front there.
Okay, both.
Just the front. Just the front.
Oh, just the front book. Okay, got it. Okay.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little faster. Got to get some friction going there. Yep, there you go. Back there, right there. Or there. Take it from the back.
Okay. 2 more.
All the way in the back, the last 2 there. Whatever those
last one or last 2?
Last 2.
All right.
Was that a Pokemon card you had in one of those?
I did see that, yes. All right. So, Beth. Oh, my goodness. All right, let me put that there. So, first up for Beth. Oh, nice. Radioactive Spider-Gwen, or Spider-Gwen issue 5. Congratulations.
Awesome.
The Amazing Mary Jane, issue number 1.
Shannon Mayer goodness.
I heard Rob didn't really. You're not a fan though, right? You're more of a Gwen Stacy.
You.
Suddenly I can't.
How about a Mark Waid signed Fantastic Four, issue number 3 there?
Wow.
Antithesis.
I'm a little jelly.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Go back. How about a flashback? Peter Parker Spider-Man number 1.
Nice.
Wow. I've never seen that cover before.
Yeah, that's a flashback.
Wow.
How about from the from the current run, the most current volume, Amazing Spider-Man #1
Ooh.
Gleason cover with, yes, a Pokemon card. You'll have to let us know, Beth. Do you want us to show you the card, or do you want it to be a surprise?
I love that character, the Queen Goblin. I hope they do her right in this new volume.
And I hope that my friend
Double
Taylor
entendre intended
or
there,
Tyler.
since it is SlabHub.
All right, let's show. So the last book is Steel,
Nice.
Ooh.
issue 0. However, and I'm glad. Okay, you want to see it? Great. Tyler has said that I wanted to keep them all myself. Nobody ever wins. You have won the Eevee Pokemon slab.
Really?
Yep. So here we go.
Eevee can evolve into many different Pokemon.
That's right. Eevee does evolve into many different, including Vaporeon, which is my favorite.
Which I'm
congratulations
about the fact that Doc knows that.
Yeah.
Or
my kid, my son so into Pokemon back in the day. I used to know everything about it.
My kids are interested. I know nothing. It's pronounced Eevee. That's what I said.
Eevee, yeah. I think you said it right.
All right, so let's get this other card.
It's just Eevee.
The other card that you won is Luxio.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lucio. Very good.
So
Taylor has an alternate pronunciation of Pokemon. Yeah.
I have no idea.
James is saying that's his daughter's favorite Pokemon.
Well,
that's terrific.
Excellent.
Terrific.
So those are heading up to Canada. Congratulations, Beth. And now people look at it. We've done a great job of helping me get rid of this Pokemon garbage. I mean, this great Pokemon card.
Isn't Canada where all Pokemon go to die? Isn't that like elephant graveyard?
Canada has their own exclusive Pokemon. Thank you very much.
So there you go. The Pokemon cards, of course, courtesy of Tyler from Whack Comics. Make sure you check out Whack Comics, guys, for a very different brand of humor. And
that's code for yeah.
It's great. I've enjoyed them greatly.
Funny.
But it's just it is a little off brand of humor, and if you're you just need to be prepared for that sometimes. And it's not necessarily, it is a TVMA show. Let's just be honest with that. But so is this one. So anyways, all right. Let's return this back to normal. Let's get back into some slabs. We'll make Doc, of course, the center of attention again. And let's get back into it, sir.
All right.
Character number 2.
So changing gears, but a hero well known to Cap. We even saw him already once. But I'll just throw it up here. I enjoy this book. I enjoyed this series. I did not buy get the Immortal Hulk original run. I got it later, so I read it by trade. But I enjoyed the story quite a bit. So
nothing but good things have I heard about this. I'm not a Hulk guy.
Al Ewing did a terrific job. A terrific job with a horror type of Hulk story dealing with the UFOs and green hell and everything. But yeah, that was Al Ewing did a terrific job with Hulk.
It helped pull me back to buying Marvel comics in the modern Marvel, because for a long time I was doing more Image comics, more independent stuff, and I started getting back into superheroes around here, and this definitely helps solidify that.
It also didn't help that we had the master Alex Ross handle the covers for that entire run. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Smash. Beautiful. And this is I said I was going to mainly show this is the one exception where I'm showing a non-Hulk comic, but I felt it was appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that book heated up in a hurry.
Did it? Okay. I've had it for a good amount now. It's big fan of the series, like the art. So I felt like it's worth going back in time, as I say. This comic, I was inspired by a friend of mine named Hialeah Comic Bro. He's down in Florida, and we were going against each other in a show called Comic-Gories. And you have to pull out a comic that represents the category, and it was Rage. And he just And he actually wasn't going against me. He had already beat me. I take this back, but I was watching still. And he just demolished the guy. And I was glad I wasn't in the show because he would demolish whoever. Because he basically took his shirt off, but and also showed his muscles, which he has pretty good muscles, Hialeah, if you're out there. But this is the book he showed. And I said, you know what? I love that. So I had to go get it. So when he showed
First
this
Red
book,
Hulk.
Yep. I had to go get it.
And to be honest, I've seen this book quite a bit lately, but I can't say that I've seen a 9.8 in this book.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I've seen mostly like 9.6s and stuff. A lot of, I want to say that it's not exactly the easiest book to get in a 9.8, as I understand.
Now, I will admit I have been intending to go back and maybe get the trade and read some of this, but I am ignorant as to the exact storyline on this. But I just love the cover enough.
Yeah.
And Hialeah demolished us, and so I felt like I owed it an homage. So it's a great cover.
New goal: get on categories and take my shirt off.
Now we're going back to the 90s, 1991. I always enjoyed
yes.
Oh, goodness. All right.
And
I think there's a copy of that in here somewhere.
Yeah, and this is actually from my so I was sent this to get graded. Thought it would be a 9.8, but you always think that, right? So, and I didn't have the more valuable magenta, like it's a darker green, green cover. Whatever.
There's 3 variants, as I recall.
Yeah, it's like some print.
Were they 3 variants or 3 printings?
I think it was a printing. I think it was a print, like a
printing variant.
Printing was code for variant back in the 90s.
Yeah,
so right. We didn't use that word.
Doc, who's the creative team on that? I know who the cover artist is, obviously being Canadian.
Dale
but
Keowan and Bob McLeod cover and art. Peter David story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure, I
have a lot of good memories of the 90s and comics, and this is definitely a great cover, great story. And this was, I have a much lower grade that I will say my brother bought, because he was buying when I was 18. He was more buying comics, and this is, so I had an opportunity to get a little higher grade. And who's not going to like Todd McFarlane's most probably.
I gotta give a quiet shout out, Doc. Good job. Back-to-back Canadian covers. I'm impressed. Good for you. Good for you. And see Taylor, that's the cover I would say I'll fight you, Todd McFarlane, with. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, you could say ASM 300 or the
Spider-Man 1
cover. There's a lot of but I just love this cover. This is probably
third most homaged McFarlane cover there is.
Yeah, this is
agreed.
You can't. I mean, there's no way. Can't remember. This is one of those.
Rocket.
I remember having this comic, and I sent mine in to get graded, and it was like an 8.0, and I was so annoyed that I went on eBay and just bought the highest grade one they had at that time, and it happened to be this. I probably should have waited and got a higher grade, but I enjoy this era of the Hulk a lot, and Rocket Raccoon's Guardians Galaxy representation was pretty awesome too. So
he's got a bubble helmet.
Yeah. Yes. So there's my one early 80s book in the collection.
That book is on my to get list eventually.
This next book is considered a fairly big book. We're really moving in the time frame now. So I think you guys will appreciate this one. It's a pretty big one.
I called it.
So,
I've never seen this book. What's the significance of this?
Yeah, it's just, I think it's a second appearance of something.
Oh yeah, it's just a second appearance. That's not that big of a deal then. All right, cool.
I got a pretty good deal on this because it's a 9.2, but it really shows a lot of the spine there. It's probably it's certainly not the best 9.2 I've ever seen, but I'm happy to have it.
But it didn't have the coupon cut out of it yet. See, that's the one Canadian everyone kind of likes more than me. So yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah, I got it on the link a while back, and it was, for whatever reason, I had tons of bronze books, but I just had a hard time accruing this for a while, and then
Rob,
Yeah,
Rob, can you look up the FMG on the 9.2 181?
$14,000.
Is that right? Holy crap!
Yeah, the
that's
last
crazy.
90-day average sales is
Wow.
14,219.
Wow,
Incredible.
Yeah, that. Oops, sorry, I'm making a mess here.
I was already on it, Chris. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm scratching up all the cases to make them less valuable.
Oh, well, of course, that's the way to do it. little auto polish, buff that, but that'll buff out. Don't worry about it. It'll buff out.
And now we have the first appearance, not quite as high as yours, but yeah.
Chris, you had a couple of those.
Basically, this is an example where if the cover isn't nearly as good as another cover, people are going to suspend their disbelief and say this is a cameo. But
well, again, yeah, I mean, we can get into debate. I mean, I generally tend to go with that concept of if you removed the appearance of the character in question, would it genuinely affect the story? Right. And I think if you remove the last page from that book,
it wouldn't do much.
It wouldn't do much. Therefore, it constitutes a cameo appearance.
Right.
It's still the first appearance. There's no debate because a cameo appearance is.
But other people have other definitions. Some say if you're actually saying words, your whole body seen.
Right. Well, I have mine.
So you're gonna. It's and I don't really care because my way of solving it is just having both of them though.
Right. Real ballers get both. Right. Now here's your right is your so that book is a very affordable.
Yeah.
In an 8.0 FM last average. Here's where there's a deviation bit. So over the course of the year, sales have averaged between $2,000 to $2,200 for an 8.0 on a 180.
Wow.
Even in a 9.2, it's about $10,000 less than the 181.
Wow. So the 181 is such an amazing cover. I will call it.
Backtracked about 10 minutes ago, but yes.
Tell Bill to get out of here. Yeah, you should watch him.
Yeah, Bill, were you here when he showed off Captain America? First Captain America?
Now,
yes,
I feel like the Blue Label doesn't give it because where is Valkyrie's first appearance? I want to know if you can figure that out because the Avengers comic was really Enchantress as Valkyrie. Defenders 4 is after this book. So I feel like, and I've never, I mean, I don't care enough to really try to figure it out. I suppose I'll just dump it on you. But if someone can tell me.
First appearance of Barbara Norris, who later becomes Valkyrie's Incredible Hulk 126.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay. So it's not really, so that's one of those, she's not Valkyrie yet. But it's
this is what you're holding there is the first appearance of Valkyrie Samantha Parrington.
Gotcha.
So there's it's a different Valkyrie.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it.
And of course 126 she wasn't actually Valkyrie yet. So.
This was purely a cover buy because I just love the Valkyrie holding Hulk up in the air and ready to chuck him off the building. I think it's just and it's a feminist sort of, what does she say? It's every male chauvinist pig in the world will tremble, when he sees the Hulk hurled to his death by a woman. So that actually is what grabbed me. And I was like, I got to get this book.
Yeah. So actually, to your point, since Barbara Norris becomes Valkyrie, but her appearance as Valkyrie is later in Defenders 4. And since Enchantress was disguised as Valkyrie, that actually would be the very first appearance of anybody as Valkyrie.
Right.
That was actually Valkyrie. So.
And it's a little more convoluted than it needs to be, but it's a great.
Right,
I got it purely because it was a great cover, not because it was a first appearance. And then I learned later, I was like, what is it?
What year was that book, Doc?
That's 1971.
August 71. Yep. Here's another. Now we got Trempe here.
Oh.
Doc Samson.
Smack you.
Wow.
There's always spec on Doc Samson doing something, but
right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get too hung up on it. I always found him sort of an interesting character, nothing B-list, C-list, but pretty cool.
Smack the Hulk around.
Only in the first appearance.
There you go. The leader.
Great, first appearance, not a first appearance, but leader's first appearance was in Tales to Astonish somewhere. I forget which one, but this is a
classic cover.
Great cover, with one of his major nemesis. Moving right along.
He's getting. Looks like he's getting some of your weather there, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like it's left Ontario and sent to Quebec now.
I love this cover. One of my favorite Tremp covers. And so this is purely a cover by, and just Sandman taking the Hulk to town there.
I didn't know Sandman was a villain in a Hulk.
Ah.
His fighting style does make it difficult for the older versions of Hulk, just because it's hard to just punch him out, right? It's
hard to punch some guy who's
so love the reds and the just everything here.
Yeah, again, you go right to what makes this great? The Marvel red cover. I mean, it's just how do you make any book great? Put it on a bright red cover. Watch everything else pop right off of it. And I will argue that those bright red covers are better than the black covers.
Now, this next one needs no explanation. I was going time-wise, and this is about a similar time as what I'm showing here.
Yes.
We got, the very famous Steranko cover with Mary Severin changing the face a little bit because Steranko's original version was a little too mean-looking or something of that sort. And they had Severin come in and redo the face a little bit. Otherwise, it's Steranko.
Incredible.
Homage out the wazoo.
Yeah, been done a few times. I mean, it's no ASM 300 or Spider-Man 1, but
right. So this next one, I thought I would throw in this one again. So we've seen this version and the actual Mary Severin cover.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That
beautiful.
And it has the Roman soldier.
Oh
yeah, you get all those Roman soldiers. Kids, go ahead and cut out that coupon. Let's crack it. Let's cut the coupon off and let's send it in and see if we get our legions.
I managed to cajole my mother into getting me those and the 100 soldiers, and they're very thin. They were cheaply made, but yep, I had to see for myself because I just sit there staring at it, going, "These look great." Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but
I
wish I still had them.
It's like, actually, I have a Golden Age book in the back, so in the garage somewhere. I can crack it and cut the coupon off, and I can get a photo made into a 5x7 for 15 cents.
Look at that.
The Mary
Is that Rhino?
Rhino, yeah. Yep.
I couldn't tell if it was Rhino or a weird shark at first, but.
So who's the writer for this at this point, Doc? Is Stan still handling it?
It's Gary Frederick's story. Mary Severin and Frank Giacola cover.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody ever order the X-ray glasses?
Here we go. A pretty famous Mary Severin cover here.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So this is, as you know, when Hulk rebooted. So he had a 1-6 issue attempt in the early 60s, and
this was premiere issue.
This is 1968 from 102 coming from Tales to Astonish. And
wow.
102. And he was, a lot of great Hulk covers are in Tales to Astonish. So at some point we can show a lot of those, but keep it to the Hulk comic. And this is a great transformation cover.
Yeah.
Just
love it. Big premiere issue. Awesome.
Yep. All right. 6 more to go. 6 more to go. So we got number 6.
Oh boy.
Steve Ditko. This is the one Steve Ditko Incredible Hulk cover. Metal Master, sort of a primordial Magneto. And this is 1963. And prototype's the word I guess I use. And his feet, Hulk's feet, are a little wonky, but in issues 1 through 6, they really were trying to figure out what Hulk's situation was going to be. They kept changing the story, did the origin story 3 times, I think, in the first 6 issues.
Still better than what Liefeld could do. Boom.
I'd be willing to bet.
Liefeld would have had him standing in a dense fog.
Yeah. Yeah. Quite possible.
Or ankle deep in water.
Yeah. Quite possible. Now we're on
He's
Jack
got
Kirby.
sticky feet.
Jack Kirby.
Back to the king.
Yeah.
Back to the king.
Look at that. And I love it. This is what's great. Somebody here had a job, had done some construction. He's got rebar in the concrete wall, not just smashing a wall. No, let me show you. No, you properly create this. So we're going to put rebar and stuff in there to hopefully give it some proper structure. Bravo to your construction techniques, sir.
Beauty and the Beast.
Look at all those words. That's awesome.
More powerful, more dangerous, more uncontrollable than ever before. As I said, they did a lot of futzing around with his story, and they even had him turning into the Hulk with a full moon, in one of in it was just, they weren't sure what to do. But we got first Tyrannus here.
Wow.
Origin of Hulk retold here.
This is issue 4, Doc?
Correct.
Wow, that split cover. Very nice.
Okay, it's got a rocket ship on one side. I'll take that half, and you can keep the other half of the book, all right? I'm sure it won't affect the value at all.
Yep. Jack Kirby. So we're to 1962. And I don't think it's a thing, but I call this the first time Hulk's jumping through the air like he is known to do. But maybe that's not a thing.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Wrong publisher. Very cool, though.
First appearance of the Ringmaster and the Circus of Crime, by the way.
Oh, well, there you are.
Really? I would have guessed Spider-Man. I thought it was Spider-Man 10. I thought it was Spider-Man 10. Okay, that's fine. But, yeah.
An origin of the Hulk retold again. So that last comic was retold, and this is another retelling. You couldn't quite get their story straight. This one I took a chance on. I don't have too many PGX, but it was so cheap that I was like, okay, I'm going to take a chance.
It's better than just a raw book. At least you have some idea, right? You know.
Yeah. And it's the first Green Hulk.
There you go.
Now, Golden Age collectors are afraid to break open PGX because they were known to not count the pages correctly. But Silver Age is a little easier because it's more standard. So maybe.
Well, and that's a recent. That's a recent slab.
That's right.
Slab. So it's not like it's an old original CGC slab. That's a pretty recent CGC slab or PGX slab, brother.
Correct. So, and this is the first appearance of the Toadman and the first Green Hulk. So, all right, got a big book here, which I am obviously happy to have.
Yeah! Yeah!
This is, I argue with some of my friends what their favorite Silver Age cover is, and a lot of people like to put this even in front of AF-15, but I won't say that, but it is, and it's 1962.
Doc, can you please read us what's on the right side of that label? That is
origin and first appearance of the Incredible Hulk, first appearance of Rick Jones, Betty Ross, and General Ross.
Wow.
Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby and Paul Reinman art, Jack Kirby and George Russo's cover.
Yeah. Incredible. Just, wow. Captain America won, the Incredible Hulk won. What a great way to celebrate SlabHub number 50.
And I haven't showed this one too much. I don't think too many people know I actually have it.
Rob, you got an FMG on that bad boy?
38K.
It's
oh my
gone.
God, he's holding like a Lexus in his arms right now.
It's gone a little nuts, this comic. I mean, I'm very fortunate to what I felt it was not a cheap comic at the time, but in hindsight, it was quite a deal.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and that's based off of a older sale. I mean, the most one of the more from a recent standpoint, a 5.5 recently sold for just under 55,000.
Yeah.
So based on that, about 10,000 a grade. That might be a 45K book if you were to sell it. There you are. He's holding up Prius.
With today's prices, it might not be a bad idea, but yeah.
Cars are getting expensive too, right? Are they still?
Geez,
shortage.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
nap time.
Believe you me, Doc is proud of his collection, and he should be.
Yeah, I feel fortunate, and it's fun to show with you guys.
Oh, we're so oh my goodness. All right, so was that the last one, or was that the second to last?
That was the last one.
Okay, I was gonna say I can't imagine there's another one. Oh wait, I got this one here. First appearance of awesome. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, sadly, all those Hulks there and not a single Hulk 2099. What's up with that? No,
kudos.
I have a raw one of that somewhere. So
I actually have I have multiples, and one of them that I did recently send off to get slabbed just because I'm a 2099 guy. Oh goodness gracious. All right, guys. Let's do ourselves another giveaway, shall we? Hulk smash. Go ahead and hit that Hulk smash. Type that in there. Good God, I need a respirator, says Mad Spidey. Thanks for sharing your amazing collection. Taylor wants to know if you're ever going to show any big books. Cat fans are glad that he pushed through being sick. Thanks for all the goodness. Yes. Well, thank you very much. This is now your fourth or fifth appearance on the show.
I believe it's my
fifth, maybe.
Yeah.
And so we really appreciate, Doc, all the times you've come on and just been a very popular guest amongst the community. And I want to really thank you for coming on this show and helping us to see some of these books that many of us, aside from images, have never seen anybody actually hold it. We know of the books, and we're still learning more and more about it. So thank you very much.
You're very
welcome. Thank you, Doc. It's honestly, it's at the point, that when Rob or myself plug SlabHub coming up on Saturday in a live stream, generally the question is it Man Cave? So yeah. So thanks for doing this, man, especially for number 50. It's just tremendous.
To me, it's not, the books like my Torah collection. That was one of my favorite things right there. It's obviously great to have a valuable books, but I love, it's just, they're all so great. And
well, look,
you just got to appreciate your collection and what you got. There's so many beautiful books out there, man.
Absolutely. And what's so great is, that as much as anyone want to say, look, it's not always about, and we always say, it's not always about the most expensive books out there or anything else. And that previous episode with all the Turok Son of Stones and all the Magnus Robot Fighters, those covers, those are all amazing.
Yeah.
That's of any book, any show, that's probably spurred me to buy more books than anything else.
Yeah, I've been seeing those magnets you've been picking up, and they were beautiful because I don't have the ones you picked up. I was like, oh man, now you're reversing the rabbit hole. I was like, okay, I got to go get this.
Yeah, well, like I said, wait for a mail call in 2 weeks. That's going to be the bulk of them are coming in. But it's great. And guys, this is kicking off, like I said, a summer of greatness. So we have, next week on the show, Lee Polanski CC on Instagram. He's coming on.
If you guys in the chat like pre-code horror and that kind of stuff, and just he has an amazing collection, amazing taste in books.
Yeah, I mean, check him out, Polanski CC on Instagram. And then after him, so we have Spider Planet. is coming on, who's all Golden Age, Atomic Age sci-fi stuff, which I'm sure is going to cost me a lot of money after watching his episode. Although thankfully I already know about Planet Comics and I already know I can't afford to build a run on those. So
That's a tough run.
oh my goodness. And I'm happy just to have one. And then we got the Sultan of Slabs coming up as well, and Comic Mag Musings. It's just going to be
Comic Mag Musings. Bill, he has a lot of great stuff too. Absolutely, from Bronze Age to War Comics, EC. He loves EC.
Yeah. And then Sector 2815 is going to be on again. He's brought some great stuff, some great DC Golden Age stuff, and then Man Cave will be back on again. And we're just going to, I mean, it's going to be a run through all of June, guys, and it is just going to be insane. You'll want to make sure that you are subscribed and you've hit that notification bell down below there so you know when the show is on and you don't miss a single episode. All right, let's go ahead and do this drawing. I see 25 out of 35. Okay, well, a lot of people don't want to win books. That's fine. We'll spin the wheel anyways. Maybe they're afraid of getting Pokemon cards.
No, just stop that. Boom!
War Machine Punisher! All right, congratulations. All right, let's get you some books here. All right, let me pull this over here. All right, Chris, how are we going to do them?
Blow yourself up first, Rob.
You're just so picky today, I swear.
That's why I am the co-host. Okay, in celebration of 50, let's go 5 from the front again.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay.
And in celebration of Doc's 5th appearance, let's go 5 from the rear.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay.
Okay, now let's go back to front and stop, and both front and back for Jonathan.
Okay. Well, trying to do it so I can pull these out without.
Yep.
Okay.
And for the last pair, let's go back to front. Now, both sides.
All right, Chris, we need to pull 2 more.
Okay. Let's go into let's go lucky number 7 from the rear.
Okay.
And I see that there's 36 people watching, so let's go 9 from the front, Rob, and then that'll be it. Sorry, Simon, we tried, man.
All right.
Let's see. There has been some Pokemon today.
All right. Ooh, wow. So let's start you off here. Let me move this forward so I have a place to land these. With The Crow.
Oh, wow.
Issue 4. Look at that.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah, it's a great cover. I love this cover.
Got a lot of respect for that character.
First appearance has been going up a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, James Labar did a good job with that character.
The world's greatest comic, Sensational Spider-Man, issue 21.
Very nice.
The book that got you 2 extra pulls, Betty Page, The Curse of the Banshee, number 4.
Wow. Bombshell, baby.
There's a Golden Age character.
Marvel Action Hour, number 1.
That's awesome. Look, that's pure 90s. Love it.
Yeah.
90s.
That's awesome.
The facsimile, so don't get a hard on.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 238.
What is that doing in the box? That's awesome. Jonathan, I hope you're liking these books, man. This is terrific.
Mixing it up, some DC. How about Green Lantern, issue 8?
Yeah. That almost looks like the Hulk on the cover.
It's not.
It's not. Wrong publisher.
Radioactive Spider-Gwen, issue number 3, featuring a pregnant Spider-Woman.
Wow.
I wonder if her baby will have superpowers.
And
No
oh,
chance.
I didn't know this was here. Last but not least, Radiant Black, issue 2.
Wow. Wow.
So there you are. Congratulations, sir.
War Machine Punisher. Enjoy. Jonathan, those are some pretty good books.
Everybody. Oh, wait a second.
All right, 1 through 15.
2.
Well, we got to pick a winner first, don't we?
Oh,
Or,
okay.
No, I'm giving the same person. I'll give the same
Usually
person.
you do, but we can do it different.
2. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oops. Oh, look at this. So we got ourselves. Oops. Wow. There you go. Look at that row. Was issue?
It is 12.
Excellent.
What year is that book?
This is 1965.
Wow. Congratulations, Jonathan.
There you go. Jonathan, you got the contact info. You just DM it to me.
Yeah.
Good job.
Phenomenal. Congratulations there. Thank you very much again for your generosity there and sending out a slab for them. Guys, again, everybody, thank you very much for coming on out and joining the show. Again, as I'll let everybody go through a couple plugs here. Reminding the ticker going down below, roguetraderutah.com. If you're interested in needing someone for pressing, he's my presser, who does all my books. Use the code FatStax at checkout, get 20% off, even off his discounted bundles. And every time the code is used, $10 is donated to the American Cancer Society, to the C3 Comics Curing Cancer campaign. Also, don't forget, nominations are open for the CBC Awards. Go to www.cbcaawards.org to make sure your voice is heard and your favorite channels or personalities are mentioned. And of course, our plug of the week down below, Freaky Loowee. If you haven't subscribed to Freaky Loowee, please help us get him to 500 subscribers. The man is a gem of the community, so passionate about collecting, and a freaking talent beyond belief with his sketch comedy and his parody songs and everything else that he does. Do that. And thank you, Remy, for reminding us also that if you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button on the way out. Very much appreciate you. Chris needed to bug out because not only unplug his car, but he has been running off battery, which was already at 30-something% when he started the show. So we should be lucky that he made it through. Loowee isn't at 1,000. No, it's absolutely criminal. The man hasn't made it to 500. So yeah, and go ahead and go cry yourself to sleep with your sore throat. We're sorry you're feeling bad. All right. We've done that. Chris's phone is limping on life support, I'm sure. Man Cave Doc, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Everybody
Thanks
who's been watching.
Thanks for having me on.
Everybody who's watching so much. Any final words anybody else wants to say on this, our fabulous 50th episode? All right.
Great weekend. With
that, then, thank you all. Have a good night and collect what you want. Don't listen to any of us, especially me, because I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.